Let's start, though, Max, with a very quick, rapid recap of Perth. And all that is going to be is Head versus Gilly. So I'm going to start with the top 5 fastest Aussie tons in Test cricket. Number 1, as we know, Adam Gilchrist, 57 balls against England in the Ashes back in the 06-07 series. Number 2, this one might surprise a few. J.M. Gregory, a 67-ball ton against the South Africans back in 1921-22. That's rapid back in those days.
Yep.
Number 3, Warner, 69 balls against India back in 2011-2012. Number 3, equal third with Warner, I should say, Travis Head, 69 balls against England, which was also the second fastest in Ashes history by an Australian. And number 5 also belongs to David Warner, 78 balls against Pakistan back in 2016-17. I want to circle back to J.M. Gregory, though. Don't know a thing about him. That is a lightning ton back in 1921.
Yeah, it's amazing, especially considering the equipment that they used and whether or not like guys were even trying to hit sixes back then, because who knows how big the boundaries were now. They're certainly a lot closer these days with the rope bring in and all the advertising awnings and all that kind of stuff. So must have been playing a lot around the carpet. But yeah, geez, well done, Mr. Gregory.
Yeah, that's outstanding. Mate, who did it better? Travis Head this year or Adam Gilchrist back in the series of 2006-07? Similar feel to it, but very different context of the games. Travis Head came out and rescued Australia. Gillies was just one of the most explosive test tons we've ever seen in the game. I believe it was the quickest ton ever at the time, or it might have been one behind the quickest.
Yeah, it was pretty close.
Might have been a ball. You know what? I feel like it was a ball behind the quickest ever, because I'm pretty sure when he was batting and he got to 56 balls when he needed to do it to break, it might have been Viv Richards' record. I'm sure Freddie Flintoff was bowling and he bowled what should have been a wide. I don't think it was called a wide regardless, but everyone just sat there and went, oh my goodness, Gilly wasn't given a chance to have the record outright, and he ended up missing it by like a ball. Viv?
Yeah, you've done very well there, mate. It was 56 deliveries by Viv Richards.
And I'm pretty sure Freddie Flintoff threw unwide. Whether it was intentional or by accident, I don't know. He's a POM, so probably intentionally, but still filthy to this day. Travis Head or Adam Gilchrist, who did it better?
Obviously 2 incredible knocks, but I don't think it's close in terms of who did it better. For me, it's Travis Head, no hands down. And I think that context that you mentioned absolutely matters. Gilly was an incredible batsman, but so many of his innings came on and he was the icing on the cake. He was launching of this platform that the top order had laid for him and absolutely putting teams to the sword. And as useful as that is, Travis Head's innings over at Optus Stadium was such an outlier for that entire match that I think it has to be considered arguably the greatest ever Australian Ashes innings of all time. Bazball is many things, and to its opposition, I think what we saw from this game is that it's creating an opportunity where guys can come out and win test matches on their own, which I think is in such stark contrast to what we're used to. Like, we're used to this being such a team-orientated game. Batters have to score runs in partnerships. It's a bowling unit. Like, you've got these team efforts over 4 innings that combine to create this incredible match, this rich tapestry, right? Like, that's why we love it. But Travis Head literally came out and was so much better than every other player in that game in that innings. I think his century trumps Gillies. It was absolutely remarkable. So I don't even think it's close. What do you reckon? Yeah,
we were going to come to blows if you said it was Gilchrist. And look, it does hurt a little bit deep down knowing that this infamous knock is out. It's now been moved down the pecking order. But as you said, mate, when he's come out and tonned up in a total of 205 at a point where the chance of Australia winning had just blown out, twinned by 8 wickets in the end. But as you said, like, England's 2 innings, 172 and 164. Aussie's first innings of 132. So for Travie had to come out and do what he did there, like, it was absolutely number one. Yeah, I mean, putting you absolutely on the spot here, mate, under the microscope. But, I mean, in terms of the greatest Ashes batting performances, to go from Australia being so far behind in the game, what a rollercoaster game it was, to essentially rescuing us. And in the end, you look at it, and if you just looked at the standalone scoreboard and went, all right, they won by 8 wickets, you go, okay, they were cruising. It was so far from that when no one could get off the square. Where's it rank here? I mean, you've said the best in Ashes history.
Yeah, I genuinely believe that.
Surpassing?
I think that, I mean, obviously, short-term memory. I think that Steve Smith's double tonne on his return from his ban over there was absolutely incredible. His form, I mean, like, he touched God in that series, right? Like, he was so incredible for that entire tournament. But I think I have never seen a single player have such a resounding impact on a match that was so far and above. Like, this is the type of thing that occasionally happens in a white ball game. Like, you think about all those one-day matches, BBL matches, guys like Glenn Maxwell scoring 200 against Afghanistan on one leg in a World Cup quarterfinal. This is the test match equivalent. And I think what's so remarkable about it is you just don't see it happen that often or very often at all. Like, it wouldn't happen once a summer. It might not happen once a decade where a guy can just be that much better than every single person around him on the field and completely dominate a match. So I think it has to be top 2 or top 3, if not top 1. Yeah.
All right, let's piss off one country. Hopefully not your own. Again, under the microscope, under the pump. You don't know this is coming. Ben Stokes, Headingley, 2019, 135 runs, unbeaten. The famous partnership held on with Jack Leach. Ben Stokes or Travis Head?
Closer. This one I'm probably going to give to Stokes. And I just think the magnitude of the risk of wickets. Like, they had was a 70-run stand with Jack Leach at the end of that game. Leach famously scored 1 run. That threat of one error being the end of something fantastic is probably just a little bit more than what Head was facing. He had a bit more cash in the bank, so to speak, with wickets in hand. So it's close, but I think you could argue that this is our Headingley. This is our Ben Stokes Headingley in this innings that Travis did, for sure.
I think you're right. Now, that does pain me to say it, but that was phenomenal. And I think had, Travis come in at his regular spot at number 5, and wickets had tumbled, and he was batting with tail enders and the game was really on the line, not to say it wasn't, but in those circumstances, the conversation would be a bit closer. But the fact that he did do it from the top of the order, batting out of position, mind you, I think you've probably got to give it to Ben Stokes, but doesn't feel good to say that.